Good morning, everyone. Don't let the sky fool you. It's supposed to be over 70 degrees today. Oh, also, spent $40, but I got the cat some more wet cat food.
Hannibal the Vanable.
There's the van. And if you watched yesterday's episode, you know I didn't get to have my shower last night. I had to do a little spray bottle action in the back, which wasn't bad. I had my heart set on a nice hot shower. So, let's get this workout done and get a shower in.
It's all good.
You just run by crooks. It's a nice neighborhood run by the mob.
Well, that group or day laborers or whatever they are must have overnighted here, which is against the rules. And I don't know if you guys saw in my last video, but the property owners were walking the property yesterday, and they did comment. At least it looked like to me they were commenting about my van. So I heard one of them say, he's over at Winn-Dixie sometimes too, which means, because they saw me pull into the drive up window of Pizza Hut, and they've seen, you know, the van was just over at Planet Fitness probably less than an hour before then. So I imagine that's when they saw it and they made the comment, because that's when I was shop vacuuming the van out. I didn't know those guys were walking the property at the time. So I'm a little concerned, because these are the guys that put those no overnight parking signs up. And you guys know I don't overnight park. I will stay here sometimes from the time they open and leave before they close, but that's not overnight. I had considered it at one point, but there's so many other places in the area that don't have a sign that say no overnight parking. So I hope they don't ruin it. I hope they don't ruin this spot for me, because I feel like the property owners are trying to ruin that spot on their own. The way they walk in, they don't seem like they really like the laundromat being here, even though they did all these upgrades, because he's got these really nice washers and dryers that use that card and everything. It seemed like when they walk in, they'll point out something, and the lady will say something like, oh yeah, we're waiting for the guy to come in, but he is changing out those lights, things like that. Just things where, for people that get rent money, they sure do seem critical of the people staying here. And I feel like they don't really like Planet Fitness being here. I don't feel like they don't really like the laundromat being here. Planet Fitness, because elements like me and, you know, a lot of travelers, right? Like, we see a lot of RVs and things. I don't think they necessarily want that, because they feel like it probably invites some of we've got a lot of transients. I feel like that probably makes it easier for transients to come and kind of be here at night, which is not untrue. Same with the laundromat, right? The laundromat is kind of a spot you can hang out at. They don't really let you do that, but you see a lot of them hanging out outside the laundromat to have to get chased off. So I dig this place, and we got a Wingstop now. So I mean, I don't know. I could just be making all this stuff up in my mind, you know. Hey, candid look at daily van life, folks. Whew. Okay, so I only stayed in the gym for about an hour like I usually do, but I've been in the parking lot for an hour and a half. Another van lifer that has one of those little Ford Transits pulled up. Really cool guy, and we talked for a while. He has the same air conditioner that I have, but he wants to get a Chevy van, newer but like mine. So we were talking about that. He had a nice setup. He had a diesel heater, he had an Iceco fridge, and he had an off-brand, looked a lot like a Dometic, a gigantic freezer with, you know, a cooler with freezer side and cooler side. But he said he travels a lot more than I do, and he has gone to Florida and he realized he needed to be able to take on more food, because he goes out in the middle of these parks or whatever. So he's tall, but he fits in the van. He does his bed long ways. Air conditioner. He has a DC to DC charger, and he agrees that I should get that. He does his water, just a little jug bottle of water. He does mostly Planet Fitnesses. He was telling me about different Planet Fitness. He goes to Georgia a lot. So it was a really fun time talking to him. I mean, I wasn't ready to show him the stuff in my van, but he was more than happy to show me his. I should have asked him if I could record it. But he said he saw my van all the time, but he never saw somebody in it, which probably means I was in the back. It was nice. It was a really good conversation. He's been doing it for about a year now, and he likes to go to these like camping style get-togethers. And he's an outdoors guy, so like we were talking, and he's like, because I was talking about how, you know, in the summer I've got to figure out how I'm going to insulate and everything else, because, you know, I want to stay cool in the van. He's like, I'm an outdoors guy, so during the day I'm not really in my van, so that's not really a problem. In the evenings he'll run his air conditioner, and he doesn't really have a problem keeping it cool, and like the temperature is really good right now, so he wouldn't run it at all. So I said, I'm the opposite. If I could get my game system set up in here and have my TV on, I would, you know, sit and chill just like I was in a room for the most part. I want to travel and see things and stuff, but I mean, I got cats too. I didn't really talk to him about the cats, but you know, I want this thing to kind of be sustained during the day, because in the evening it's not really that big a deal for me. He did say that he's using a regular heated blanket and not a 12 volt. Says it doesn't pull as much off as you'd think, so I don't think I'll need it this year, but it might be something to consider next year. It's some really good conversations to talk with somebody else who has a setup and has things that I'm interested in. He's done a lot. He's an HVAC guy. He did some welding, which is very interesting. It wouldn't be free, but I'm pretty sure if I needed to, he would do some welding work and stuff for me. So he's a good guy to know. We didn't exchange information or anything like that, but like he says, he and I are the ones that are here all the time. I've seen his vehicle before. I didn't really know it was and that was by design, that it was a camper. He has 400 watts of solar on his little vehicle, whereas I only have 3. So I think adding at least 1 or 2 more panels will help me with my air conditioner too. But in the summer, hopefully I'll be driving more. So the DC to DC charger is important for me. But I want to make sure I get a larger and new alternator before I even think about that. I think the alternator starter are 2 things that I want to change before I put a DC to DC charger on. I wish my van was cleaner, and I wish I had more stuff done to it so I could show my setup a little bit. His stuff was just plywood and stuff. Like the interior was pretty much just kind of the same kind of setup I had. His bed was 2x4s and things like that, but he did have a nice hinge system on his bed when you lifted it up, and that's where he kept his clothes. There's some cool little things that I think it's a lot of weight for his little van, because he also pulls a trailer sometimes, he says. But that's something I'm trying to keep in mind as I build, is how, you know, a trade-off of weight. But it was nice. It was really nice. But I have to do laundry today, and I was getting ready to go through my laundry, but since he was talking to me and stuff, we've been in this parking lot for a while. But while we talk, those day laborers or whatever they actually are in their 2 vans have left. So hopefully that means they're not coming back. Just selfishly, I mean, I don't care if they come back and stuff. It's just, that was the first time ever last night that even if I waited, I wasn't getting my shower before it was time for me to go to work, and I really cut it close. And once you get your heart set on getting a shower, having to go to work after just doing a washcloth, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I mean, you don't get that hot, nice, steamy shower. That guy had one of those portable propane shower systems. He says it's really good. He says you run out of water before you run out of heat. So that's something I'm considering come summer too. So there's a lot of stuff that I was considering that he was talking about that was, you know, a nice conversation. All right, we are at the laundromat. Thing is, I got to go through so many clothes. I was trying to get everything ready. I want to wash my gym bag, so I got to empty out my gym bag, get all the stuff here, and I've been throwing my dirty clothes in a little Walmart bag each time I've gone to the gym, and just tossing it back there where my big bag is. So I got to grab all these little Walmart bags of various days' dirty clothes and combine them. So right, catch up with you in a bit. Laundry is done. Time to get out of here. I don't know where I'm going to go, actually. It's essentially my bedtime right now. I'm half tempted to just post up over here at the gym. I feel like that's not a bad plan. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Sun's poking out. Cats deserve some cab time, so you know where I'm going. I think these are other people that live out of their vehicles. I'm pretty sure I've seen this car before, and I've definitely seen this van here a few times. He always parks kind of sideways. I hope he's not dumping all of his trash over there. Me, you know where I go. I do miss the trees that they cut out here, but I like the view of this Amazon facility. Now that other van lifer I talked to today, he didn't quite understand how I'm okay with camping out in parking lots and stuff. Also, I forgot to mention, did I say he was a nudist? Yeah. That's what he likes about the lifestyle. He goes to these different places that are known for being like nudist parks or colonies or something. Like he goes to a clothing optional park. He just came back from one in Florida, and he's going to one in Georgia. I legitimately don't know much about things like that. I mean, but good for him. He's a single dude. He's a big ripped guy. He goes to the same gym I do, but I'm getting very different results. I mean, I'm talking ripped, six-pack, whole 9 yards. He's basically like a Captain America guy with the voice of Hank Hill.
Damn it, Bobby.
But he was like, yeah, I'm an outdoors guy. I like to do this and do that and do this. Now, he didn't talk a lot about the nudist thing other than just telling me that's what he does. But he likes to go kayaking and taking his e-bike, mountain bike places. Very cool things. Just, you know, right now where I'm at, I'm, you know, stealth camping and working, and he's working less. He takes on random HVAC jobs just enough to make enough money to head out. He gets these meals delivered to him, these little like frozen, like TV dinner looking meals, but they're all like high protein health meals. And that's why he has the giant cooler, because when he was going to Florida and stuff, he needed to hold more of that kind of food. He's got some good toys. Anyway, guys, it's almost my bedtime. I haven't eaten yet. I've got pizza for days, though. I've got Hungry Howie's, Domino's, and leftover Pizza Hut pizza with no refrigeration. So it's warm in the van right now, so I'm going to throw a few slices in my warmer and then probably eat a couple cold slices as well. I'll eat the cold cheese pizza slices. All right, to the back we go. All right, I'm in the back of the van. It's real windy up here on this hill. Sun's trying to peek out. So the cats are a little bit sketched out by all that noise. But there's Waddles, BMO, Happy. And right now, Grable is under the bed. I'm getting ready to pop in my next Supernatural disc. Have that on while I'm waiting for my pizza to warm. I have it in the warmer. It's wrapped in aluminum foil, so I'm just waiting for it to get done. Pardon the mess, but I'm not cleaning up today. I spent too much time talking to that guy and doing my laundry, so I'm getting a little tired. That's van life. While I'm waiting for that other pizza to cook, I'm having a slice of my big New Yorker. Good evening. Time to get ready for work. Well, I made it to work, everyone. I opted for an extra hour of sleep over going to the gym today. I've worked every muscle group, and I did cardio this morning, so I feel like a little break, especially since I'm working every day, isn't the worst thing in the world. But I kind of lost some time talking with that other van lifer and doing laundry. So by the time I ate, kind of winded down and finally got to sleep. I've only gotten about 5 hours of sleep, so I think it was a wise decision. Feel pretty good right now. Just, gotta shake the cobwebs out. Let me remember to unplug my backup camera. But I've had a good day, and I hope that you have as well. And until next time, this is your old pal, Hannibal the Vanable, signing off.